Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome to a breaking news edition of iStarlyTV. We actually have some speculative news right now that has been unconfirmed at this point. It has yet to be confirmed, so it might not be true at all, but it looks very promising and it looks like it could be potentially real, maybe. So we want to get all of your opinions here. I'm your host Scarecrow, by the way.
And I'm Dieter.
So, as you can see on the picture that I've put up right here, there has been a post on a Japanese website, on a Japanese message board, that shows pictures from the new Pokemon movie. If you don't know, there's going to be a new Pokemon movie coming out in the coming year, and it's going to have Genesect and Mewtwo duking it out with Ash and his friends in between, you know, same old. But what you see here is what looks like a possible new form for Mewtwo. Dieter?
It is very crazy to think of, to look at. I am baffled. I can't imagine if this is real, what's gonna happen.
I agree. I mean, there's really not too much to say here except just looking at it. My first question is, why would they bring back a Generation 1 Pokemon, something that's been left untouched for 5 generations, and do something to it like this? And Mewtwo's a very powerful Pokemon. It's a Pokemon that we've known about, and that we've used, we've known of since the very beginning of Pokemon, and now they're going to go and try to add a new form to it. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, Mewtwo is pretty iconic. I think changing it will just anger people, if anything. I mean, are they gonna add a new type to it? What's really gonna happen?
Yeah, there's really few ways I can think of. Obviously, if they give a Pokemon a new form, they do that and they change something about it. They either add a new typing, they either change its stats around, give it new moves, or new ability or something, but this is just, for me, it's just the fact that they're doing this to a Generation 1 Pokemon, one of the veteran Pokemon that's been around forever with Pokemon. And yeah, I don't know why they felt the need to do this if this is true.
I totally agree. I mean, even looking at it, it's not even appealing, really.
I agree.
It's got a ponytail, sharp cat ears. I'm very sad right now.
Yeah, it has somewhat of a ponytail. I mean, looking at it, you can tell definitely that it's Mewtwo. I think if this was the first time we were hearing about this movie and we didn't know it was going to have Mewtwo in it, we might see this Pokemon and say, who could that be? Is that a new Pokemon? But looking at it and, you know, knowing that Mewtwo's in this movie, it looks a lot like Mewtwo. So I can see the resemblance. And as you can see in this first image here, there is a little picture of Mewtwo at the bottom of the screen with a yellow rectangle around it with some writing in there. I do not read Japanese, so I don't know what that says, but obviously I'm assuming it's implying that that has something to do with Mewtwo. And let's go to another picture here. This one shows it in a different angle. It looks like a crumpled up poster or something here, but obviously you see Ash and Silent's body right underneath Ash and Pikachu, and you see some, on the left hand side, you see some Generation 5 Pokemon such as Serperior, Oshawa, Emboar, etc. So I don't know what this really means here, but I mean, again, we're getting it from a different angle. It looks the same, it has the same eyes, the same kind of pointy ear things, and the same ponytail.
It's ugly, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's just say, I mean, there's again a potential that this could be fake. If it's fake, it looks really well done because it's on a poster. And looking at the preview for this movie, there's also what looks to be a new Genesect form potentially. Now this hasn't been revealed either. Nothing has been confirmed at this point. But in the movie trailer, if you've seen it, I'll post a link if I can find it. You have Genesect kind of racing around the city and shooting out lasers at people, and it looks like a little race car flying So that looks a lot like a Genesect form. Obviously, we haven't seen Genesect in the anime at any point until now, so maybe that's just a feature that Genesect innately has, that it can transform at will. But maybe it is a new form. Maybe Genesect and Mewtwo will be getting new forms for this movie, and for the future games at that. From our sources, we can tell that we can say that this came from a Japanese message board, and that it actually follows information that has been received previously that has been revealed by CoroCoro, which I believe is a Japanese news revealing magazine for Pokemon. And I guess it was promised a while back that we would be getting some special features in the movie poster for the next month. And so this could possibly be that special feature that they were talking about.
Yes, it could. You know, even though April Fool's was just a couple days ago,
yes,
this could be another one of those jokes they have on us, waiting for X and Y. We're just still not really sure.
Not at all, but I do want to say that I would believe this if I were to see this, because it looks very real. And if it's not real, it's very well done. Though at the same time, you know, we are in the 21st century, we're in the year 2013, so many people, you know, the internet is a huge thing now. So many people are good with computers and good with, you know, photo editing software, or even just, you know, drawing pictures on the computer. And so there's a pretty solid chance at this point that this could be fake, and it just looks really well done. But regardless of whether it's real or fake, we're not going to know yet. You know, this could be a leak, or it could be just a joke. It could be a late April Fool's joke, or maybe it's just, you know, something that someone made and they want people to see and speculate about. But, you know, pretty much at this point, this is 100% speculation, and this could be fake. So, Dieter, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think? What do you say on that, of the fact that this is just speculation? Yeah, what do you want it to be?
Honestly, I would be relieved if it was speculation. I don't want Mewtwo to be altered, changed, new features in any form. It was a great Pokemon. Like I said, it was iconic. It's Generation 1, the legendary Mewtwo. So I really hope it's just speculation and rumor. So please don't touch our Mewtwo.
Sure, I definitely see that. I'm trying to look at both sides of this, but I'd say more of me is with Dieter on this, and I just don't want them, or I don't feel that they need to change Mewtwo at this point, you know? I said it at the beginning of the video, and I'll say it again, I'll say it several times over. Mewtwo is one of the first Pokemon ever to be made in the first generation, and I don't see why they feel a need to bring it back this late, you know, I don't know, up to about maybe over 20 years later, and add something to it. Something really substantial, like a new form. Because that would kind of screw up the whole national dex. That means that from now on we would have to have a new Mewtwo form in that national dex that was never there before. And they've given plenty of Pokemon new forms, but I think they've never done one from a previous generation, if that makes sense. Whenever they give new forms, at least recently, it's always been from the same generation. For example, you know, I think in Sinnoh was when they started doing new forms, am I correct?
Yes, they did Giratina.
Yes, I mean other than Deoxys, but Deoxys, all the forms came out at the same time and they were all Deoxys. But, you know, things like
Shaman.
Yeah, Giratina and Shaman, like Dieter said, Giratina and Shaman came out in Diamond and Pearl, and then in Platinum, which was still in the same generation, they got new forms. Same thing with Rotom. And then same thing later on with, you know, Tornadus, Landorus, and, you know, Reshiram, Zekrom, etc. They all got new forms in the same generation. So this is a lot later.
Yes, and this may even bring new questions. Will they bring back some other old Pokemon and alter them again? There's just so many things to think about.
Definitely, and going off with that, you know, that makes us speculate more about X and Y. If they're doing this to Mewtwo now, what could they do to some old friends of ours from the first, second, and third generations in the 6th generation? You know, will there be new evolutions, new pre-evolutions? Will there be more, you know, kind of useless things like this? And is this even useless at all? Do you guys think that Mewtwo needs a new form? I think Dieter and I would probably both agree that it does not. Although I will say, despite the ponytail, it could be pretty cool. I mean, Mewtwo's already extremely powerful, and I think if they gave it a new form, they would definitely make it just as powerful, if not more powerful, so it'd be interesting to see what they could do with it. Though, again, I would just overall say, you know, maybe this doesn't need to happen.
I definitely agree. But if it is true, we'll just have to take what they give us. I mean, I love Pokemon, I'll definitely use it, but I just hope right now that it's just speculation and we'll just have to wait.
Very, very good words to end the video on. At this point, all we can do is wait, but I would like to leave you all with those questions that we asked ourselves in this video. What do you think of the new form, first of all? And if this is the case, do you like it? Do you dislike it? And if this is the case, do you think that every Pokemon is up for grabs now? Every Pokemon can potentially get a new form, especially if they're doing it like this.
Do you think this new form will have a new type?
Yes, please leave us your thoughts on what this new form could mean, and keep in mind that this is just speculation, so let us know, do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? What do you think? Just overall let us know what you think. But thank you very much for watching. This was kind of a shock for us. We just found out about this right now at 12:36 in the morning, and we just decided to jump on it and get on it and post this video to hear everyone else's thoughts on the situation. So once again, my name is Scarecrow.
And I'm Dieter.
And thank you very much for watching. See you soon.